Alright, Major Slack here. Let's finish off the Regulator level of Far Cry on the Insanely Impossible Realistic difficulty setting. And there is pretty much only one way to do this next part here. I've tried all kinds of things. I've tried smoke grenades, flashbang grenades, running and gunning with a shotgun, everything. And pretty much the only thing that works is going up to the door, throwing something out, anything out, a grenade, preferably rocks, waste nades. And then run back, take cover here, hunker down like a chicken shit, and peek around the corner and blow them all away as they come in through the door. And they will come through the door. You may have to coax them every once in a while by throwing more rocks, as I'm doing right now. But you'll get at least 5 or 6 of the enemies to come through the door. The biggest problem with the next area out there is kind of like this big circular walkway that goes up. It goes around counterclockwise and circles around counterclockwise upwards, and the biggest problem in that area is there is no fucking cover. There's just no cover out there. So going out there, you can run and gun it on a lower difficulty setting, but running and gunning on realistic, impossible. I've tried every single strategy imaginable. I was having some success with smoke grenades, okay? I got about halfway up and then, I always just, got blown away eventually. But I was having some success with smoke grenades, and yeah, I really wanted to work out a different strategy for this, but this is the only thing I could come up with. So it works. It's not the most elaborate strategy, but it does work. And coming up next, we're going to get a new weapon, the AG-36. It's going to replace the M4. In fact, it uses the same ammo supply as the M4, so I highly recommend that you replace your M4 with that Gitsen. Yeah. And these guys, a number of these guys, I'm coming for you too, buddy. Bye-bye. That was wholly unnecessary. I managed to get him anyways, but I was nervous. And that guy, I knew he was coming up, so I'm sitting there, oh boy, I'm done for. He's coming. He managed to get down the hall a little bit, and I was reloading, so I go, here we go. Yeah, the AG-36, not quite as powerful as the M4, I would say. A little, tiny bit less powerful, but it's got a scope. It's got a great scope on it, so it's fantastic for that. Fire rate is a little higher. But it's got a scope, so I highly recommend you replace your M4 with it. And now I've taken out a lot of guys, and it's pretty quiet. And I'm whipping out rocks, and nobody's coming. So, and this is not an ideal situation. What happened is some of the dead piled up in front of the door, so the door was open. So I had to go out there and see if anybody was still left with the door open. Typically, I like to go up with the door shut and then trigger the door to go open with my weapon aimed at head height, just in case anybody pops in and tries to take me by surprise. But it all worked out. Now, somewhere along the way here, I suddenly have an epiphany. I go, hey, I know where that health pack is that I was trying to find earlier, way back in another room. It just hit me. I don't know why. I was just like, So that's gonna hit me in a minute or two. I'm just like throwing rocks out there, just trying to like get them excited. Finally, the door is shut. See, this is the ideal situation. The door is shut, and if you can't get any more enemies to come out, see, there's one. See, that's what happens. This is always happens in Far Cry. Just as you're thinking the coast is clear, you go, okay, the coast is clear. You pop up, and the enemy's playing possum. He's like, fooled ya.
Your ass is grass.
I beg to differ. Ba-boom. And I actually took some splash damage on that. And as you can see or hear, my hearing is affected because the grenade went off so close that, it's kind of like a realistic rendering of what would happen if a grenade went off close to you. You lose part of your hearing. That's pretty cool. So that's that. So now there's lots of dead. And I'm thinking, my instinct is telling me it's clear. I have no proof. I have no proof whatsoever that it is clear. but my instinct is telling me that this part is clear, simply because I killed a lot of guys. And here's where I had the epiphany. I suddenly said, wait a minute, I know where that health is. And you know what happened? You know what triggered me to remember it was smoke grenades, because I really need smoke grenades for the part coming up next. And I remembered I forgot to pick them up, and I know exactly where the smoke grenades are. They're right beside the health pack, and there they are. So I go, oh yeah, that's where the health pack is. So I go back, get the smoke grenades, get the health, and now I've got full health, but my armor's all fucked up. So hey, you can't always get what you want. But yeah. So that's that. So now I'm gonna go back, and that hallway full of dead bodies, the game's gonna disappear, but it's gonna leave behind the weaponry, fortunately. And I'm gonna hand the keyboard over to Mr. Fumblefingers here. As I try to pick up the AG-36. I just couldn't get it right. So it takes me a couple tries. Cut me some slack, it's a tight hallway. So I got some M4 ammo. I'm picking up that. There's an AG-36 right there. So I want to drop the M4 I got on board, and you see, an accidentally picked up the M4 again. So it's like, okay, let's try it one more time. Drop the M4. It's a tight hallway. Cut me some slack here. Okay, and I accidentally picked it up again. So the game just won't let me successfully drop the M4, because now I'm going to try it. Third time's charm. There we go. Drop the M4. Go pick up, and I accidentally picked up another M4. So, fuck. Okay, there's the AG-36. Okay, now drop the second M4 there and get the AG-36. Finally, so there we go. And I'm going to show the scope on it and pick up the other ammo. So now I got a full complement of ammo for this weapon. And we're ready to rock. Checking my other weapons and the ammunition I have left for them. Not too bad on the shotgun, and a little low on the P90, but that's okay. And there's the scope on the AG-36. It's beautiful. And there's some more armor. That's going to help out a little bit. And as it turns out, this area is indeed clear. But I want to blow the fire extinguisher up there just to make sure, because the enemy always goes after explosions. And if nobody came after that explosion, if nobody came out to investigate that explosion, then the area is clear. And here's this big circular ramp that goes up counterclockwise. And like I said, there's no fucking cover out here. But the only thing you got working for you is this string of fire extinguishers on the right wall as you go up. If you can use those to your advantage, you know, that might help. But like I said, on the realistic difficulty setting, I have not been able to figure out a way to run and gun this area. No way. They'll shoot you to shit if you try to run and gun. You can run and gun on other difficulty settings. It's a lot of fun too. So now the next area here, there's just a couple enemies up ahead.
Get to the control panel. Reverse the main flow. That will cause a major cascade and destroy the regulator core.
I'll take your word for it.
Sounds like Doyle's voice changed there, right? So I'm using the AG-36. Going for headshots here. Hunker down, open the door, do a headshot on that guy, and the other guy's going to come around the corner there. Kind of do a little bit of a spray and pray there. I just want to make sure on that guy. I didn't want to mess around. And then you go around the corner here. There's some health there. I don't need health. I need armor. And of course, this guy is, you know, bent over. So what do? Hey, it's teabag time. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, come on. It was begging for it. What can I say? And there's the switch. You gotta throw this switch. And my plan is to there's 4 enemies out there as soon as you throw the switch. It's a little cutscene, and then there's 4 enemies, and I want to blow away the 4 enemies with my P90 and then run for the exit.
Main power is down. I'm moving into the archive. When I come out, I'll be using one of the ventilation shafts. It should be easy for me to find you on my way out. Stay in the shaft, keep your head down, and wait for me there.
Finally, a suggestion I can agree with. I'm real good at staying put and waiting.
Okay, so 4 enemies out here, and if you can blow them away quick enough, what you can do is often beat the spawn of guys that come down, that come rappelling down from a helicopter right there. And what I usually like to do is throw a couple smoke grenades out here just to make sure. And I beat them clean. I didn't even have to use the smoke grenades. And just jump in here and out you go. Terminators unite! And here comes Daddy! Yeah. And that's the end of this level. Thank y'all very much for watching, and join me next time when I take on the control level of Far Cry on the insanely impossible realistic difficulty setting. And if you thought this video was remotely entertaining, hey, don't forget to give the old Slackster a thumbs up. Yeah. Alright, that's it. Slack is out.